Alrighty, it is time for the Legacy Duelist Kingdom Tournament. 32 players, 1 championship title. The top 8 go through to the finals. In this one, it is Mako going up against PaniK. Mako performed really well in last year's tournament. PaniK was about mid-tier. He wasn't bad, but he wasn't great. So PaniK and Mako, you would probably pick Mako. And another thing, we were having a chat amongst the group today about the tournament going forward, and we came up with an idea. Every duel will have 3 games, so it won't be a best of 3. Every game will play 3 duels, regardless of who wins or loses. But what we'll have instead is a bonus point system. So if any of the games results in a 3-0 deficit win-loss, the player that wins 3 games will receive a bonus point. And what that bonus point will allow is for them to maybe use it as a tally towards the end of the season, so they can get their usual out of 32, or 31 actually, out of 31 win-loss record, and then they can apply their bonus points if they've won any games 3-0. And so that means that the top 8 isn't finalized until all the bonus points are played. It just adds a little bit extra to a little bit more like meaning if you really smash your opponent to pieces and pick up that bonus point. And it could make the difference between playing finals and just missing out. So I like the idea, I really do. But in this one, Mako and PaniK. PaniK has started off with the Yellow Luster Shield. That will give his field a 300-point defense bonus. Shard of Greed is destroyed by Mystical Space Typhoon. Shard of Greed and Space Typhoon are both shared cards, but it's a very good card, Shard of Greed. To draw 2 more cards is quite a big boost. In this era of Yugioh, as the Enchanting Mermaid is down, the Amphibian Beast, 2400, that's 1 big fish, and Mako also has Terra King Salmon as well. That's another big fish in Mako's hand. There was a little bit more of a fish focus for Mako this time as well. He's got less aquas, he's got more fish. And something I will reveal with Mako is that he does also have Legendary Fisherman. It's not such a broken card that it needs to be it's oh, Legendary Fisherman's way too powerful. It's not. If Umi's on the field, it doesn't get affected by spells. So it's not like a super broken effect, even for this era, and it's only 1850, and it really is the heart and soul of Mako's character as well in that card, as Mako now on the attack with his 2 big fish, both 2400 and 6 stars, which is super effective in this era of Yu-Gi-Oh as well. PaniK, not looking good for this first match, but you never know. What's he got here? He's got another defense. Every player does have a, they've all got offerings to the doomed, as Mako has just drawn Starboy. Okay, let's be fair here. Mako has drawn beautifully in this first game. If Mako drew like that every game, he would win most of his matches. Alright, Frenzied Panda is the attack target. Frenzied Panda and Ryukishin fuse together to make Barox, I believe it is. It's only a 1380 fusion, but, well, we've got a result already, and Mako is up 1-0. It's an absolute smashing in that first game. Unexpected too. PaniK may not have drawn the greatest hand, but we will see PaniK's perspective this time as well. Coming up after this one as well, while we're in the intermission here, we do have Bones going up against Zane, which sounds like a real mismatch. There are a couple of rules with Zane, like there is with Duke Devlin and him having to play Dice Jar because Dice Jar is life. There are a couple of rules we're having with Zane. It also applies with Cyrus as well. And it's just about the way they fuse, just to keep it more true to this era. But we'll go over that when that duel comes to it. Rock, paper, scissors has gone in the way of Mako on this one. So PaniK, to win his season point, would have to win 2 in a row. That's a bit better hand. Invader from Another Dimension is there. That's a new addition to PaniK's deck. He didn't have that in the last season, I don't believe. Invasion from Another Dimension, when that is fused with... what was it? It's part of a fusion. It fuses Soul Hunter. It's a 2200, which isn't that strong, but it's still a very early fusion monster as PaniK has gone defensively. He's got Thunder of Ruler there as well. That can make your opponent not have a battle phase. You have to activate it in their standby phase. So PaniK hasn't activated it. And, there we go. Legendary Fisherman. Yugioh Karu was tributed. Yugioh Karu's effect is pretty rubbish, but it is 1700 defense. Invader from Another Dimension is destroyed. And turn change back to PaniK. He's got Offering to the Doomed there as well. And Umi isn't on the field. Mako can have Legendary Fisherman destroyed by Offerings to the Doomed, and PaniK has played it. It'll mean he skips his draw phase. So Offerings to the Doomed does... Oh, Magic Jammer. Mako, in very Mako fashion, has elected to protect his Legendary Fisherman. PaniK may have been going solely for life points there. He does have Monster Reborn as well. Baron of the Fiend Sword is played, and Sword of Dark Destruction, so that'll put Baron at 1950. Not bad for PaniK. He's got a few equipped cards in his deck as well to buffer him up. He's got a Dark Energy in there as well. He's got a Yami. PaniK's got plenty of ways to power up his monsters, even if they are a little weaker than average. Fiends weren't the strongest type in very early Yu-Gi-Oh! The very strongest type, I would say. Almost have to go with a dragon or even a warrior. There were a few 1700, 1800 warriors around. Spellcasters too. Lejin was an 1800. There's Yellow Luster Shield again from PaniK. It was also called Chaos Shield in the anime. And there it is, Yellow Luster Shield. Now, while we were going through the deck building, we actually found a real abnormality about this game as well. As PaniK's played Monster Reborn, and Mako will not like this. His Legendary Fisherman is going to come to PaniK's side of the field. Mako has just flipped up Wabaku. That will protect his face down from being destroyed, and I guess Mako has to now, otherwise he's going to start losing points. It's to do with Aqua Dragon. We were looking at that for Mako's deck. I believe we did put it in someone else's deck, but I can't remember who it was. However, Aqua Dragon is a fusion of 3 monsters. It is, I don't remember the other 2, but one of the fusion material, it's a 3 material fusion. One of the material is Zone Eater. Zone Eater's only, I think it's only 250 attack, 250 defense, something like that. I can't remember exactly what its effect is. Let me just quickly Google that, what its effect was. It wasn't a powerful effect as... Oh, Amphibian Beast again. Mako drawing the exact right cards he needs. And he's gone after the Legendary Fisherman. Baron was probably the better choice to go after, but Mako would not want to see his Legendary Fisherman on the opponent's side of the field. Zone Eater. What does it do? A monster card attacked by this card will be destroyed during the end phase of the 5th turn after the attack. Okay, so it's like Swordsman from a foreign land or Swordsman from a distant land. So Zone Eater isn't actually in this game, despite it being part of that Aqua Dragon fusion. Zone Eater does not exist in this game, neither does Swordsman from a distant land. Alright, Thunder of Ruler was activated that time from PaniK, so Mako's battle phase was skipped. However, Mako looks like he may be starting to get the better of PaniK. He's got the stronger monster on the field. And Mystical Space Typhoon has just been activated. Face down was a 7 Tools of the Bandit. Useful card, but PaniK is in trouble now. He's left Baron of the Fiend Sword in attack mode. It's only a 900 defense. So but Mako didn't play any other monsters. PaniK still with 2 defenses, but... Oh, there's a Wabacoon. PaniK does have an Offerings to the Doomed. He does have... he's got 1 Day of Peace. He's just played Wabaku, so he's got means to get himself back up, although to get over 2400... Just thinking of PaniK's cards, he would have to have Yami and probably Dark Energy on King of Yami Makai, or Ushioni with Dark Energy could also do it, but PaniK would have to draw the right cards. Very unlikely drawing to achieve that. He could also draw Castle of Dark Illusions. I believe that's a Fiend as well, with Yellow Luster Shield with 2250 and then Dark Energy, but no, there's Mystic Clown. It's not looking good for PaniK. So PaniK has ways of getting out of this, but he's got to be very lucky. And, well, most of us are not. Oh, there's Umi for Mako. That may seal it. It's going to be... Oh, PaniK is basically going to have to draw the Offerings to the Doomed to get himself out of this. Wait, hang on. Hang on. I think PaniK might have already played his Offerings to the Doomed. Oh, Polymerization. Yes, I do believe PaniK may have already played Offering to the Doomed. Ah, he did. He used it to go after Legendary Fisherman, which Mako blocked with Magic Jammer. Okay, Enchanting Mermaid, another fish onto the field for Mako. Enchanting Mermaid is up to 1400 with the effect of Umi, and it looks like this one may be a conclusion. I mean, it will go to 3. If Mako can win 3, he will pick up a bonus point, as we were talking about just a little bit ago as well. End phase and turn change. We're back to PaniK, who's drawn the Dark Chimera. It's 1610 attack. It's a very odd totaling of attack and defense, but... Oh, looks like PaniK might be playing it. Looks like he's going to go after that Enchanting Mermaid. So trying to keep Mako from having too many monsters on the field while PaniK... Oh, it's a negate attack. Again, PaniK does have one of them as well, but it's going to be very tough for PaniK to get back in. Alright, Mako, 3 cards in hand. PaniK has completely busted his hand. He's got very little left. Enchanting Mermaid is tributed, and Sea King Dragon has come to the field. Another 6-star, 2000 attack, 2200 with Umi. Water in general, or aqua types, fish, sea serpents, they were a good type in very early Yu-Gi-Oh! Just, I guess you could argue the point in Pokemon as well. Water types are generally pretty good. That is the same in Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. Water decks are generally pretty good. Lord of Zamaya has been drawn, however, just another defense for PaniK. And I think PaniK may be cooked here. He would have to draw. I don't think there's even anything PaniK could draw to halt the advance of this. Lord of Zamaya is destroyed, and another 2600 will put PaniK down to 1210. So one more turn for PaniK. Oh, he could have used that maybe a little bit earlier. Yami. PaniK plays it down anyway. So PaniK will pick up a second loss, and the third match is going to determine if Mako can pick up a bonus point. Mako comes in with his Amphibian Beast to finish off PaniK. Again, Mako drew very, very good. He's got plenty of low-level monsters in his deck as well. He's just drawn very, very good. We're going to have games where duelists get lucky and unlucky. We saw it yesterday with Joey against Duke Devlin in the opening match. Joey humouring us all. He drew all of his 5-star monsters early on. Joey does have other monsters in his deck. It is a bit more balanced. Now, I did read through comments, but focusing on commentary, I'll have to reply to them text manually. But I did read one comment saying, how about adding Summon Skull to Joey's deck so he could have the Black Skull Dragon fusion? And we actually came up with a way to, even though Joey never had Summon Skull, what we did do for Joey is we gave him Versago the Destroyer. That can act as a tribute for Summon Skull, because we don't really want Joey to have another high-level monster. He's got enough of them as it is. But, oh, look at this hand from Mako. Great White, Steel Shell, Starboy, Monster Reborn, Seeking Dragon. How nobody could defend against Mako's luck in this game. It has been stuff of legends. So an 1800 Mako could go with Steel Shell here. It would look more realistic on Seeking Dragon. But yes. Oh, Castle of Dark Illusions. Oh, Mako is probably regretting that. Probably would rather have played Steel Shell now. But yes, with Versago the Destroyer, it means that Joey can fuse the Black Skull Dragon. It also gives Joey a bit more versatility for his summons, because Joey doesn't have anything that powerful. Giving his deck just a little bit more versatility with Versago might actually do him some good. Giving him a little bit of an easier avenue to get some of those fusions out, as Offerings to the Doomed has been played. PaniK will skip the next draw phase, but he got Great White off the field. Shard of Greed now for Mako. These are the best cards in his deck, all at the top. You'd almost say that he was cheating, and that he was pre-organizing his deck. Alright, Great White brought back with Monster Reborn. It's at 1800. He could play Starboy here if he wanted to. It'd put Great White to 2300, or you could tribute it for Seeking Dragon. And he's thinking about it. Oh, there we go, it's a tribute. Seeking Dragon has come to the field, 2200, and Mako does play Steel Shell. So he's left Starboy available to him. That's not a bad move. You don't want to overcommit. If he plays Starboy and something goes wrong and he's only left with Seeking Dragon in his hand, he won't be able to get that to the field. I would say that's probably the thought process, a bit of a tactical thought process from Mako. As our players have figured out many times, overcommitting does sometimes get you in trouble. Turn change back to Mako. Mystical Space Typhoon. He's going to be able to get rid of PaniK's Shard of Greed. Mystical Space Typhoon isn't a card you want to waste. But getting rid of Shard of Greed to prevent your opponent from drawing 2 new cards is a very worthwhile cause for use. 3-headed Guido. Under the influence of Yami, becomes a pretty solid monster, but not when you're staring down 3100 points of attack. It's going to be very, very tough for PaniK to get out of this. We could actually be seeing a bonus point for Mako. PaniK can't. He's played Offerings to the Doomed. He's been thoroughly outplayed. I mean, Mako drawing like this, he would have won most games. Very, very few would have actually beaten Mako on this day with him drawing like this. 500 life points are going to remain for PaniK here, if my math is correct. Yes. Wow. Well, you got to say that this really has been a one-sided match. Mako has been all over PaniK since the get-go. He has basically drawn perfect hands 3 games straight. He would have been very difficult for anyone to beat on this day. You got to say though, beautiful game for Mako. This is exactly how he would have wanted to start off his season. The absolute opposite for poor PaniK, who is having a nightmare of his own here. Job change mirror is destroyed, 3100. Well, what a performance from Mako. That was absolutely stellar. He did that easy in the end, and he has won 3 games in a row. He will pick up a bonus point. Now, if Mako finishes 9th, and his bonus point can put him above the player who finished 8th. That means Mako will play finals. So the top 8 will not be determined until all the bonus points have been decided, which will come at the end of the season. It's going to be a long one, but it's a good one. I'm thoroughly enjoying it so